I was to start content writing again in 2025, one thing I'm going to do, carefully pick my niche. So hi, my name is Rita and I'm a content writer with over 6 years experience. Videos about content writing and how you can make money as a content writer via freelancing, remote working, making money online. So if that sounds like what you are interested in, I will encourage you to hit the subscribe button. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through the top 5 content writing niches. So number 1 niche that I have here is ghostwriting for founders and CEOs. See, this niche is high paying. You can earn as much as $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 as a beginner in this niche. Is very lucrative because, and I'll tell you why this niche is very lucrative. It's lucrative because we have a lot of founders, especially abroad, taking advantage of personal branding to build their businesses and also building thought leadership on social media platforms. So with the coming of Google disrupting search, AI disrupting search, a lot of people have moved towards social media platforms like X and LinkedIn to build authority and also to drive audience to become customers. So from there, getting audience from social media platforms and pulling them into their website, their tools, whatever the product or service is, to actually stand as thought leaders, establish authority, and also sell their product or services. So if you are interested, you interested about the business space and all of that, like ghostwriting for founders and CEO is such a big thing. They have money, founders have money, and if you really write, it is easily tied to building their personal brand, their authority. So the more that money makes, the more they can pay you, and you become indispensable. Another top perk of this niche is that you get insider tip, you get to build relationship with founders, and it just builds your relationship tremendously. So that's why this niche is high paying. So when you ghostwriting for founders on LinkedIn and X, is a super way to earn top dollar in 2025. Like, this niche is blowing up in 2025 with the rise of personal branding. So that is a top niche, like top niche in 2025. So another top niche, my niche number two is sales and landing page writer. So when it comes to business, any business, I've said it, like, I love sales. I think I got obsessed about sales. When it comes to any business, the more a business sells, the more money they make and the more they're able to pay you. So if you influence sales in any way, in any capacity for any business, you won't have problem with payment. And don't look at sales from a Nigerian perspective or someone in Africa. We just look at sales like dancing on the road, promotions, all of those stuff where you just wear brand t-shirt, and that is not what sales is about. If you can write copies, landing page copies, sales funnels, website copies, email sequences, things that will buff up the sales of a product or a service, that is a very high paying. Do you wonder why copywriters really earn a lot? Copywriters that write things that will helps a business or a service provider make more money. Like, the more money they make, the more money they won't have a problem paying you. So imagine you write a landing page copy or an opt-in page copy or an email sequence that nurtures audiences, and your client ends up making, for instance, $40,000 in sales from the copy that you wrote. They won't have a problem paying you $4,000. So you see the math. Anything that has to do with sales is really high paying. So if you are looking to go into content and you have a background as an SDR or a salesperson, sales representative, take all of this and learn more, because this niche is very high. Because a lot of people don't like sales, but when you want to major in it, you earn top dollar. So that is one. And then the other niche, my third niche, is case study writer. See, if you are in the business space, the SaaS, B2B, tech space, or generally the business space, case studies are very important. I don't think there's any brand, any business, especially for businesses abroad. I really don't know how African Nigerian business operates. Businesses abroad take case studies seriously because case studies help the business pitch to customers. Like, carry their customers on a journey with solutions, like how they've helped a particular customer solve a problem, and they'll be able to walk potential customers through the solutions, the problem that the person have, like the ICP, the problem the person have, and how their product or service was the solution for that problem. And telling that story, the potential customer, potential client is able to connect with, to resonate with that story, and it sells. So case study, I don't think there's any notable brand, like especially for SaaS and micro SaaS, you know, tools coming up now, that don't have case studies. Even freelancers, have case studies of what they've done. So case studies are like, you earn top dollar. I've never seen a case study that someone work on a case study and earning $20, $50 for a case study. Like, it's usually high paying, 200, 300, 500, $1,000. Case studies are lucrative because most times they are actually used as lead magnets, to get more opt-ins, to get more email sign-ups and all of that. So that's why it's high paying. So the other niche, we've listed the third one, right? Okay, the other niche is grant writing. Like, grant writing is one niche that people don't really talk about, but because it's not very easy to write, and it requires that you have an experience in grants, working with NGOs and all of that. Now, this is the interesting thing about this niche and why it is actually very high paying, because a lot of businesses, especially NGOs, usually start up, look for grants, and they need people to help them write the proposal, a grant writer, to qualify them to access grants and funding. So this is a writing that will help someone start a business, get hundreds, thousands, millions of dollars, you understand, and a lot of money. So they won't have a problem paying you, because this is doing something that is going to bring them money. 5, white papers. Like, white papers, this niche is like an underdog niche. It's very high paying. I understand why it's very high paying, because it's not the easiest thing to do. White papers are quite difficult. There was one time I went to look at it. It's not something that you can just do 3 hours, do one kind of rush work. It's detailed, because we are working with real data. You're working with real research papers, documentations, and all of that. You're working with like raw data, and you have to cite all of this. Like, it's very, very detailed. So you need someone that is detail oriented, someone that comprehends things easily, and it's not the easiest to write. It can be really boring to write a white paper. So because everybody will not necessarily like to write a white paper, it's not like very interesting, and that's why it is a very lucrative niche, very high paying, and the people that are in this space are getting the dollar well. So another niche, I'm going to give you my bonus niches, like my top 2 niches. So number 1 niche is SaaS writing. I don't know if you've gone on LinkedIn and you've seen almost everybody B2B SaaS is like everywhere. So I didn't include that at the beginning, because there are other niches that are really playing like a big role. So SaaS, is a niche that is really high paying. Like, you can write a 1,000 to 2,000 words, article for a B2B SaaS brand, and you can earn from $150, $200, $300 per article. Like, that's how high paying SaaS can be, especially if you're writing for a SaaS brand abroad. Like, I recently wrote for a SaaS brand a few weeks ago. It can be very high paying, but it also takes time to write, and because most of the kind of content you write for SaaS brands are usually like how-to guides, for their tool or their products, to lead customers through how to navigate these tools, the importance of these tools, like basically how to, and you need to be someone that can comprehend things fast and walk people through the process, and it's high paying, but it's not the easiest to do. It's not like just a simple product description or a regular information top of funnel blog post. So let me give my last one. Community writing. Like, this is not very popular. Like, like I think it's becoming a thing now. Like when the Google released an update algorithm and it disrupted the whole search system, AI came. So the search is now more diversified. So it has brought about some opportunities. So people diversify their traffic. People are not really longer relying so much on SEO. So people diversify their traffic to other sources like Facebook, Pinterest, their community, LinkedIn, X, and their email newsletter. So people are getting traffic from communities, third party, other places to their websites to actually sell their products, whatever they have to sell. So these people are actually the kind of content they create so they create a content on their website. They'll create a version of it on for Facebook group. I'm talking about people abroad. I'm talking about people US, UK, and all of that. So they create a kind of copy of that for Facebook, for LinkedIn, for email newsletters. Like email newsletter writing is becoming a thing now, especially when you understand community building and building maybe lead magnets, opt-ins, like is really a thing. So if you are going to start writing, it's new. So that's branding yourself as a newsletter writer is high paying, especially if you are writing this for a founder or a thought leader. Like this is one high paying niche. Then, as you know, tech too is also a high paying. So these are my top 7. I've listed 7 now. Top 7 high paying content writing niches. So why these niches look very attractive? Because you can be getting as much as $150 upwards, up to $1,000 per 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 words article. That's how much you can get paid. I want to put a disclaimer here that it requires hard work. These are not the kind of content pieces that you just go to your regular chat GPT and say, oh, write this article, how to and you just copy and paste into Word document. That this is not this is not this is not it. So if you're going to be playing in all these niches, you need to take in time to actually learn how this is actually done and put in the excellence. That's where you can get the results. So I just want to put that out there. So it's not like, oh, you just do anything and you start being paid a lot of money. There's a level of excellence that is actually required to excel in this niches. So yeah, that is it. So if what niche are you currently working on, and what do you think are you going to transition to another niche, or did I miss something? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you want my video up until this point, give it a like, and if you're yet subscribe to my channel after watching all of my videos, I will encourage you to subscribe now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.